Hello, hi, and welcome to EmpathicFire. I'm your reader, Jay. Hello, everybody. I just wanted to make an all-inclusive intro for this series of love readings, which I'm going to do, just so I can give you an overall understanding of how the love readings will go and what my process was when I was thinking about designing these readings. So you'll see that I'm going to do each of the zodiac signs, but I'm going to organize them by their element. And I'm going to start with the first sign of the zodiac wheel, which is Aries. And we're going to end with Pisces. But of course, we're all going to lump that, or excuse me, what I'm going to do is I'm going to lump it all together, again, by elements, starting with fire signs, then we'll move to earth signs, then we'll move to air signs, and then we'll finish up with water signs. Since there are 3 signs within each element, there will be 3 separate decks used, with an overall oracle deck use as the anchoring energy, okay? So what you'll see is you'll see a main energy card that I'm going to use out of the Zodiac Oracle deck by Paolo, how do you say his name? Paolo Barbieri. So that'll be your central energy card. And then as I get into the meditation process, I'm going to select one deck for each sign. So you might end up with the Happy Tarot deck, which is by Serena Fica. You might end up with the Santa Muerte deck, which is by Fabio Lestrani, or you might end up with the Housewives Tarot deck, which is kind of a fun, quirky deck. You don't see a lot of readers using it, I don't think. And that is by Paul Keppel and Jake Buffum. And so, yeah, that's how it's going to go. You're going to get one central card, which is going to be your own zodiac, and then you're going to get one of the 3 decks, and there will be 6 cards in the spread, okay? On the left-hand side will be the energy of the zodiac sign in which we're addressing, who we're talking to, and then on the right side is going to be the energy of the partner that you might be thinking about, who you might be actually involved with, who you might be dating, who you might be interested in, and if you're absolutely single, it might be someone that you don't even know is interested in you, or that you haven't even met yet, okay? So that's how these love readings are gonna go. I'm gonna try it out. If it's not a great method, I'll switch it up the next time around. But for this first time of doing it, that's what I've decided to go with, okay? So let's get into your readings, starting with the fire signs. Hello, hi, and welcome, fire signs. This is going to be your love reading for the first half of April 2018. I apologize for possibly not stating that in the intro, that this is going to be for the first half of April 2018. If it goes well, I hope to keep this format and do love readings in halves for the months that come up for us. So, Aries, you're going to be first, since you're the first fire sign, followed by Leo, and then ending with Sagittarius. And as I meditated off camera, Aries, you got the Santa Muerte deck. Leo, you have the the Housewives Tarot deck, and Sagittarius, you have the Happy Tarot. So what I'll do now is I'll take Sagittarius and Leo off to the side here. We'll deal with you guys in a minute. And then I will start with Aries. Hello, Aries, how are you? Hope that you're doing well. And I hope that I have a good message for you today. I always hope that, that the messages are going to be good. But, you know, that's a subjective word, just like any other word might be. So, Aries, like I said, I meditated with your energy off camera. What you're going to get is you're going to get a 6-card spread. 3 cards on this side will represent your energy. 3 cards on this side, the right-hand side, will represent the energy of the person that you're attempting to connect with, who you are dating, who you might be married to. And if you are single, possibly not even interested in love, it might just be someone who has their eyes on you, okay? First position out will be how you are feeling coming into this connection. Second card out is going to be how you feel towards the person that you're interested in, how you're viewing them. Your third card is going to be your intended outcome. Not necessarily intended, but the outcome that you might be hoping for, the outcome that you desire most, okay? So again, first card out is going to be how you're feeling coming into this connection, how you might be viewing yourself, what your particular status might be right now. Just, who are you? What are you doing here? Kind of energy, right? Second card, again, is going to be how you're viewing the person that you're thinking about, or any potential connection that you might have romantically with them, or maybe not even romantically, maybe even just sexually, I don't know. And your third card is going to be desired outcomes, okay? Things you might be hoping for, or what might be your next best step in the relationship. And on your partner's side, it's basically going to be a mirror. So their first card is going to be who they are at this time, at this moment in time, in the first half of April, what they're bringing to the table. Second card is going to be how they're viewing you and how they're viewing the connection. Third card is going to be what is their desired outcome in this relationship. Maybe some hopes, maybe some dreams, maybe some wishes, okay? Wow, right up to the top corner there. Came in sideways. Yes, okay. Again, the third card is going to be their desired outcome, what they might be wishing for, what they might be hoping for, or just some general advice or potential next phases. Yes? No? Yes. And since it's a love reading, there is no bottom of the deck energy. Let's go ahead and flip these bad boys over and see what you got. And again, this is the Santa Muerte deck. If you are not familiar with it, it's pretty cool. I'd say check it out. Alright, let's see what we got here. And the reason that I do 6 card spreads, because I view that just to be an anchoring energy. I like 6 cards. It always gives me a feeling of balance, and I don't know. That's how I resonate well with my decks, okay? Let's see. Yeah. Okay. Alright. Alright, Aries. You're coming into this reading, into this, as the Ace of Wands. This is how you view yourself. This is the status or the energy that you're carrying with you in the first half of April. You're looking to plant seeds, perhaps literally. So, you know, if you get the innuendo with that, you know, mazel tov, I guess. But whatever it is, you're interested in newness. You're interested in revitalizing something. Maybe you feel revitalized. Maybe you have new passion, new drive in your life right now. Sexual drive, romantic drive, creative drive, whatever it is, passion, okay? Wands deals with all of those things, deals with sensuality and sexuality, deals with creative energies, deals with a little bit of romance. Like Cups is definitely more romantic than Wands, but, you know, there is sort of that sort of, I can never really describe it very well, but it's like that gut. It's like you're drawn to something through your gut versus through your heart. They're very, very similar feelings, but I don't know. It's just something that I think you want to, or at least the position that you have right now in this relationship or potential relationships is, it could be something. It could be the start of something, or at least you want a start of something. So you're bringing it, or you're just revved up. You're feeling charged up. Okay? You've got interest. You've got the potential of interest. You've got the seedling of interest and intention. Okay? How you're viewing your partner or the other person in the connection who you might be thinking about, or, you know, is the Eight of Swords. Traditionally, with the tarot decks, like a Rider-Waite deck, this would be encompassing a woman, and she'd be bound and gagged. No, she's not gagged, but she's blindfolded. Excuse me, and feeling trapped. I feel with this card, because it's definitely not depicting that, you're seeing this other person as sort of a tumultuous thing. A tumultuous thing. I think, because it looks like there's a storm brewing, right? There's something in the ethers there, right? And it's technically a skull. I don't know if you can see it. I don't know if the artwork comes through here on my camera, but it's technically a skull, right? And swords are representing air sign, or excuse me, air elements. And that all has to do with mental capacities and thoughts and communication and things like that. So I think you see this person as almost like an adversary right now. And you have to reason with them. Like, again, that skull in the sky, there's like a lightning bolt there. And the aspect of wind is here because, you know, you can see there's like a swirling in the clouds. You know, are those birds? There's leaves being blown all through the top there. This is very, like I said, tumultuous. I just feel like there's something happening between you and this person, or how you're viewing this person as being stormy. Maybe they're going through something right now that doesn't necessarily concern you or their relationship, but you realize that there's sort of a battle of wits, a battle of wills going on, either with them exclusively or between you two. I don't feel that this is your energy, because I feel you're definitely strongly here in the Ace of Wands, where you start out. I definitely feel that's a very Aries, not a very Aries position, but it just like your energy is heavily there. You're also here, and of course you're in the middle Oracle card. But this one I feel is like heavily on their side. And you recognize this. You recognize that they're going through something. And because, again, it's swords, it could be mentally. So they could just be having stress of some kind. They're in their head more than they're in their physical body, more than they're in their emotional body, more than they are in their even like their practical sensibilities. They're really muddling over something. They're really stuck on something, or it's stressing them out, and they're having to face it, like, because those swords are at the ready, right? They're not like sheathed. Okay, these swords are out and they're ready to do battle. So there's something stormy between you and this person, something that could be potentially pretty scary, right? All right, so be cautious. Good luck and be cautious. What's your desired outcome? What's something that you hope you can get out of this relationship with this person is the King of Wands reversed. Not a lot of people are, I think, familiar with this deck, so I'll show it to you upright. King of Wands upright, but you get this guy in reverse. He is reversed. And normally the King of Wands is pretty spirited. He's pretty passionate. He's pretty about his business. Because, like, look at him again. I'm sorry. Look at him again. He's pointing out into the sky. He's pointing out to some direction or some kind of goal, or just, he's orienting himself. He's just like, I'm going over there. Northbound. I'm northbound. I'm headed west. Whatever it is. When he's upright like this, when he's reversed like this, excuse me, he's less this. He's not really in that energy. He's not really stable. He's lost his way a little bit. So I think that, not that you desire to not know your way or to be kind of lost in the sauce as your outcome. Because, again, it doesn't necessarily have to be desired outcomes. It could also be just like what's happening, what's coming your way, what you're going to have to deal with, or where you're going to end up, right? So on your side, I think it's a matter of potential redirection. Like, I think that you would want to see him upside right, but I'm not sure that it's going to happen that way for you. Okay? Like, because the King of Wands, he wants to succeed. He wants to finish his endeavors. He doesn't want to, he doesn't want to not let go. Although that might be the case for some of you. Because we're talking relationships, right? And sometimes that involves some form or degree of letting go. And when a King of Wands appears reversed, he might have to let go of his well intentions. You know what I mean? He might have to let go of what he hopes for. And that kind of would fit, because the Ace of Wands would indicate you want to get something started, but there's something in your way, something that's going on with the person that you're trying to connect with, or that you are connected with, that's blocking you. And then that would leave an Aries definitely off their game, lost in the sauce, not able to take the directions that they want to take, because somebody external to you, this person or circumstances, it doesn't have to be the person, but something isn't letting you go down this path the way you would normally want to. All right, so I think you've got good intentions, Aries, but I'm not sure that in the first half of April they're going to pan out the way that you want them to. The person that you're connecting with, who you're thinking about, who might be on your mind, starts off, they come in as the Eight of Pentacles. This is who they are right now. This is how they feel about themselves. So this would be a person all about that money, right? Eight of Pentacles in the traditional tarot shows somebody hard at work. In this deck, there's not an actual person, but there is this attachment to pentacles, this attachment to money, or this attachment, it doesn't have to be exclusively money, but there is this attachment to physical objects, or things that concern the physical world, things that we value. So whoever you're connecting with, they're not really budging. I feel like this is like a statue. Or this is some kind of a statue or some kind of a figurine that has vegetation growing over it. So this person has been in this energy for a long time. They are focused on their money. They're focused on their business. They're focused on their physical surroundings, their home, their workplace, wherever. And they aren't really bringing in any type of lovey-dovey, cutesy-wootsy energy. I think they have a certain thing on their mind that's related to Pentacles energy, that's related to things of the physical world, that is their priority. Like, this feels like a heavy prioritized energy. Okay? How are they viewing you? How are they viewing your connection? It's the Tower, reversed. Show you the card upright. Again, I don't think a lot of people are familiar with this deck. That's what it looks like upright. And you can see the skull image. All of these cards, by the way, have some type of skull image in them, which is kind of creepy to some people, but I enjoy it. Anyway, that's the image upright. This is the Tower in reverse. And when you look at this card, either upright or reversed, it packs a punch. It's a wallop of a card. It's disoriented, or excuse me, disorienting. It's hard to decipher. It's hard to manage. Like, I forget who it is or what artist it is, but there's a famous painting or series of paintings and illustrations that mimic this, where one staircase leads to some other staircase. God, I wish I remembered the name. I'm terrible with names when it comes to like art and books, but I'm very good with movies and music. Anyway, and it's discombobulated, right? Whether it's upright when you look at it or reversed when you look at it. Either way you cut it, this is not clear. This is not easy to navigate. It's not pleasant to navigate. Like, can you imagine having to go up and down these stairs, given how, you know, humans have most creatures have an equilibrium that needs to feel balanced in order to move this way or that. Your equilibrium, your balance would be off all the time. So they view you or this relationship as some discombobulated mess. It's hard to navigate. It's hard to find rhyme or reason. And traditional tarot will speak of the tower as being a destructive force. I don't feel necessarily a destructive element there. I just feel confused. I feel like lost. That also, lost. Lost in the sauce here, you, Aries, yourself, potentially. And lost in the sauce here, not being able to decipher which way is up. So, they have their mind on their money or on their pentacles, whatever they value, whatever has their attention that's not related to you or the relationship you share with them. And when it comes to thinking about that relationship with you or thinking about you, they don't know. It's confusing as hell. It's hard to navigate. It's hard to find rhyme or reason. Now, what is their desired outcome, or what are they hoping for, or what might be the next step for you guys on their end, is the World card. Major Arcana, the World card, right? Which is the last card in the Major Arcana in the Tower deck. I get the feeling, because when we normally think of the World card, and I would agree with this definition here, we think of endings, right? Close one chapter, start another chapter. An ending that leads to a new beginning, okay? And I feel that here. I feel that there's some ending that will lead to a new beginning. Now, will that favor you, Aries? I don't know. I'm not feeling that they want a new beginning with you. They want an ending with you, I think. But I'm not sure if they want a new beginning with you. And that might sound really harsh, but that is what I'm feeling. I feel that somebody that you're with, and by the way, if you're happy in your relationship, and if you guys are super like copacetic, don't apply this to yourself. It's not for you. But if this is hitting for you, if this is making a connection with you, this person, like, look at that skeleton, which favors a female, on the World alone, which is normally what the World card is. But the way that this skeleton is perched there, I just feel like, pardon the pun, this person, there's no bones about it, has no qualms about this ending and potential new beginning. I think it's what they want, it's what they desire, I think it's what they're been working towards. And I think it's personal. I don't think it has anything to do with you. Because, again, this is very personal energy to me in the Eight of Pentacles. And then when it came to anything that had to do with you, connecting with you or thinking about you, it became kind of crazy, kind of like, again, lost in the sauce, not able to find a direction. And I feel that this card, the Eight of Pentacles, and the World card are where they sit heavily. They are focused on something that has nothing to do with you, something that they value, something that they're working really hard towards, and they want a new beginning. They want to end something and they want to begin something. It could be with you. It could be. Because the Tower, again, because it's not traditional Rider Waite, I don't see destruction in this Tower. I see confusion. I see lost. I see discombobulated. All that can be worked through. But I'm not sure. So that, to me, could go either way. Either they want a new beginning with you or they don't. But whatever it is, this person is likely going through changes, because the Tower also talks about that changes, right? You go down one staircase and then you end up coming through another staircase and you've changed direction. So there's changes all through this on their side with you. Again, you recognize something's going on over there, but I think you're still kind of hopeful, and maybe even blindly hopeful, which is kind of not an Aries thing to do, but there you are. All right, Aries, so that is your love reading for the first half of April. If that resonated with you, please like the video, leave comments, feel free to share the video. And I will see you again in the second half of April when I come back in a few weeks and do this for you again. Now I'm going to clear the board, and we're going to get on to Leo's energy. Dear Leos. Bye, Aries. See you later. Leo. Welcome. Hello, Leo. There you are. Say hi to everybody. Hi. Okay. Leo's here. Leo, you got the Housewives Tarot deck, and we are going to reconnect with your energy really quickly, lay out your spread, and deliver your message. So, Leo, like I just told Aries, this will be a 6-card spread. Your love will anchor the reading as just the overall energy. And then we will get some additional messages. Not additional messages, we'll get your messages through the Housewives Tarot deck, okay? That's moving all over the place. All right. Alright, Leo. First card is going to be who you are right now in this relationship. What's the energy that you're bringing? How you view yourself. Second card in the spread is going to be how you're viewing the other person. How you're viewing yourselves as a unit, as a connected force. As two people meeting. How are you viewing this other person? Oh, flew out of my hands. And on to there. Come on. Gotcha. And the third card, Leo, is going to be what's your desired outcome, or what you might be able to expect coming out of this relationship. And their cards are going to mirror yours. So the first card for the person that you're thinking about or that you're connected with, or if you don't know them, might be a secret admirer, just who they are in general, how they exist in this world. This is going to be how they're coming into the love reading in the first half of April. Second card is going to be how they're viewing you in this connection, Leo. Or how they're viewing... now that's interesting. Okay, that's actually 2, so no. We're taking this one. Because there is no way that we're going to have 3 cards in one position. No way. And the third card is going to be what they might desire as the outcome. What might be the next best steps in their eyes. How they see the progression of your relationship in the future. Okay. Ooh. Alright. Only 1 card to turn over. There's no bottom of the deck because we have Leo as the overall energy. Ooh. Okay, Leo, let's get it. Let's get into this. Let's do this. I don't know why I'm talking strange. I do know why. I've just had a cup of tea. That's why. Okay. Leo, coming in to April, the first half of April, in terms of love, you're the 3 of Swords, which is, I think, if I recall correctly, was one of your starting positions for the general energy of April. So, consistency. You are coming from a place where, I don't think I said it in the general reading, but here I feel you might be coming in to this relationship while in the midst of a third-party situation. What the hell is the third-party situation? All of us here who watch tarot on YouTube are probably familiar with it, but let's expand on that. So it's more than just a couple with a third person on the outside looking through the bedroom window, you know, fogging up the glass with their breath because they're jealous and wanting one of those 2 people. Not necessarily just that. A third party could also be in-laws, could be friends, could be an interfering energy or obligation such as work or travel or dare I say it. I'm not feeling it, but for the sake of giving examples, jail time, okay? So a third party situation is something is interfering with a connection between you and someone else. So either this person here who's on the right side of the board or someone else who's not, whose energy is not here. You could be the third party, you could be the interference somewhere, or you are coming from a place that involved this energy. Now, that was speaking strictly in terms of third party situations. Three of Swords also talks about heartbreak and heart loss. Oh God, if you lost your heart, you must be the Tin Man. But look, heartbreak and heartache, pain, sadness, depression, anger, even over something emotional to you, because you do have that cake that's shaped like a heart with lovely roses and everything there. So something that was very sweet and beautiful got stabbed and has left a sour taste in your mouth, or a few swords, jammed into your heart. So if you don't have a third party situation and that doesn't resonate with you at all, then you're just coming out of, or you're dealing with, or you're still working out the troubles of a heartbreak situation. How you see the person that you came to this reading about, who you're thinking about, who means a certain something to you. I'm going to show you upright first is the Six of Pentacles. It did come in reverse, but I don't see people use this tarot deck too much. So I just wanted to show you the image before I reverse it on you. So Six of Pentacles reversed. So you're viewing this person as not being a little balanced. And due to the imagery on the card, hold on. Okay. Let me take that back. Because I was kind of going off of just the name of the card, Six of Pentacles. This, when it's upright like this, because I put it down quickly, and then I was compelled to pick it back up. I was like, no, look at that again. Upright, that doesn't look so nice, right? Not such a nice character, this little kid in his little devil costume with two ghosts. What is this, Beetlejuice or something? It's not cool. Like a little weird, right? And he's like, what are those, cookies? Like little not muffins, but brownies, whatever. And is that candy corn? In a dish of candy corn. That is not a recipe I'm interested in. So in reverse, better. Now that I was compelled to pick this card back up, better. In reverse, this to me is a recipe for disaster. This is not cool. I don't want your candy corn. I don't want your brownie with what might be a pecan on top. No. In reverse, that's not being offered, or that's not what's coming through. So I feel that this person that you're connecting with and how you feel towards them or how you're viewing them is someone who is maybe getting over some type of mischievous activity or some kind of weird imbalance. Like, that's not a meal of any kind that you should serve to anyone. And if you're doing this, then I hope you're not even in the kitchen making that meal, okay? So I think that this person that you're connecting with, or who you're thinking about, or who you're dating or married to, or whatever the situation is, they've had some stuff wrong with them. They've been baking things that are not tasty, or that just don't go well together. Something wasn't going well before, or they're coming out of this place where they were concocting things that made no sense. They're now going to start to make sense, or you're viewing them or maybe before they didn't make sense to you. Maybe before you were confused by them. Excuse me. You were confused by them, or you were unsure about them. Like, you were like, what? Is that how you really are? And now I think you're seeing them a little differently. Maybe they were really, yeah, like, naughty. And now they're less naughty? Yeah, it's weird. That card is weird. And after I was compelled to look at it a second time, I was like, oh. So, yeah. I think there might be some caution tape when it comes to this person in your mind. Like, wait. Like, put up the caution tape. I see you. Stay right there. I'm gonna think about it. I'm gonna look over this dish that you brought me of a base of candy corn. Sorry if you love candy corn, but that's disgusting. How or what your outcome is, or excuse me, what your desired outcome is, or what the next step might be on your end, or what you might need to do is the Four of Pentacles. Good. Four of Pentacles, right? Look at this lady in her body, which is a china cabinet, it looks like. She's guarded. She's protecting these Four Pentacles, which in this deck are always dishware. I love it. I love this deck. It's so quirky and weird. But anyway, she's guarding those Four Pentacles. She's guarding those dishes. She is not letting anybody in there. You can't eat off of it. It's not a special occasion. No, 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 no. So I feel that there's some kind of pause here. Take it slow. Give somebody a rain check, you know, or you need to save yourself. So there's a lot of, I don't know about this coming from you, Leo. There's a lot of, I don't think so right now. No, thank you. There's a lot of no, thank you going on over here. I'm coming from a slightly hurt place. I don't know what's in that dish, sir. Please don't serve me that in your little devil costume. And yeah, I got some valuable china, but we're having takeout and we don't need to use my china. I'm saving that for someone. You know, I'm saving that for a special occasion. So, Leo, you're on the bench here. You're sitting this one out in the first half of April. The person that you're connecting with, they're coming in as the Five of Cups. What a messy Bessie. What a messy lady. Look at her. And the traditional interpretation of these cards are definitely different. I don't usually read especially with decks that aren't Rider-Waite, I don't usually read them in the traditional meanings because this is not, to me, the imagery here and the feeling when I pick it up is not somebody who's sad and lonely and depressed and, oh no, like so dreary, like the traditional understanding of the Five of Cups is. This is somebody who has been out and about partying and drinking and making a scene. Okay? Not necessarily a bad scene. They might be having a great time. They might be having great snaps. Their Instagram is blowing up because video of them is surfacing on social media, and they're probably having a grand old time. After downing 3 martinis, it looks like, and still having 2 to go. And somehow that martini ended up in this lady's hair, possibly on her dress too. I don't know. I'm not saying this like this is the person, like they are this, but this is like a sloppy drinker. Not to say like that's what they are only, but it might be a facet of their personality. They might be a party person who gets a little loose, a little too sauced up, okay? And they're coming in, and again, this is not dreary like the Five of Cups. This is not like I lost my 3 cups and I'm so sad. No, I think this person downed these 3 cups. It's with them. It's just in their stomach. So I think this person is on a search similar to how the Five of Cups would be. But instead of being sad that they went from 5 cups and now they just have these 2 cups that are upright, I think that this person purposely wants to go through these 5 cups to make sure that the contents of the 5 cups are what they want. So this is somebody who is purposely either out drinking, having a good time, being social. Maybe they're dating. Like, maybe the person that you're looking at is, like, out mingling, going on several dates with you and other people. Maybe the only time that you see this person is for drinking purposes or out at bars or not necessarily only bars, but out to places that serve alcohol, which would include restaurants or, or where else serves alcohol? Maybe like a sporting event or something like that. And maybe the only time you guys connect is like over drinks or, you know what I mean? So I get that heavily with this person. Like, they don't shy away from alcohol. Not saying they're anything detrimental about that. You take that and you you interpret that how you want. But that person who this message is for, whatever Leo I'm talking to, whatever Leo this connects with, that person, they can drink. They are not afraid to drink. They like it. And they're going to continue to do it. She's not stopping. Like, this wet hair and wet dress, it's a temporary setback. Those 2 martinis are still going to be consumed. Now, how do they view you, or how do they view the connection with you? They view it as the Chariot. Now, this to me, because the Chariot, right, and this is interesting. Let me see if you can see here. On these cans, there's some words. I believe that would be tarot there. Excuse me. Tarot, risk, gain, and that might be choice. It's cut off there. But whatever. One of the things I get when I look at this is chance, opportunity, adventure, and obviously road trip is kind of indicative here. Like, let's go to the market, Martha, and get our cans of risk and gain before we pack it into this station wagon and head on our cross-country adventure. I think that this person looks at you, Leo, and sees you as somebody who they can have fun with, they can go down new roads with, and they're kind of pleasantly delighted in that. Like, I don't know what road trip you can sustain yourself with just canned food, but these 2 women think they can do it. And it might be a little naive. It might not be planned out right, but damn it, they're going to get in that station wagon and they're going to go and they're going to have a good time. So I think that this person views you that way. I think this person views you as somebody they can go out with, on the road with, traveling with. And they're kind of like happy-go-lucky about it. Like, those 2 women look like they don't care. Like, this is like the precursor to like Thelma and Louise, only they're not like lovelorn and they're being really like kind of Stepfordy wife about it. Like, come on, Betty, let's go. Let's get in the car, And there's less, killing. I hope there's not any killing. What does this person see as the outcome in the relationship with you? What do they hope for? 6 of Wands. Now, traditional tarot says this is the card of victory, da-da-da-da-da. You might be able to interpret it that way. Like, if you subscribe to some historical, cultural norms, these 3 women are looking in on this kitchen that apparently is run by Cinderella or some princess with magical powers to make inanimate objects move, but whatever. And they're looking at this pristine kitchen and they look a little jealous, or not jealous, but they look a little like, ooh, look at that. Oh, they're impressed, right? So there's this idea of adoration and admiration that is there. But in terms of like victory, I don't really see like there's a battle, here. So I think it's more of like they see you and them as something to be admired, or the relationship that you might have together as something that other people will look at and go, ooh, ah, look at that. Look at those two. Ooh, ah, look at them. Riding around in their in their station wagon. And then they somehow went into a kitchen and cleaned it up and made it look great. I don't know. But you're a little like, I don't know about this. This person's like, let's have a good time. So there's a little bit of a mismatch here, but not in a way that I think is negative. Not in a way that I feel doesn't... I don't feel that you're a hard no. And I don't think this person knows the word no. So I think, and that might be the cautiousness of the Six of Pentacles in reverse and the Four of Pentacles as your desired outcome, as your potential outcome. That might be where the caution is coming from. Like, this person is go, go, go. Let's have fun, fun, fun. Let's drink, drink, drink. Let's eat these cans of risk, risk, risk. I don't know. And they're just like, go, go, yes, yes. And you're like, but wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. Wait. Is there candy corn in any of those bags? Because I don't like that. The martinis that you are drinking, are you complimenting them with brownies with pecans in them? Like, I don't know. You're questioning it. And they're like, don't question it. Let's just go. Let's do it. Okay? So, for the first half of April, it looks like you have the potential to have a good time with this person. There is that potential to travel, because the Chariot card is going to be a card of travel. I mean, for God's sakes, there's a car on it. That's more a modern way of depicting travel than an actual chariot with two horses or sphinxes or whatever. So there is this idea that you could travel with this person. There is this idea that you two could pile a bunch of stuff in a car and hit the road. And I think you would be weary of that. But you're a Leo. You are a fire sign. And you might just do it. Like, you're putting your luggage in the back of the car. And you're like, I don't know about this, but you're still putting your luggage in the back of the car. Like, you know? So, yeah. Good luck with that, Leo. I wish you luck with that. Alright, so I'm going to clear the board now, and then we're going to go ahead and get into Sagittarius next. Sagittarius, where are you? Come to me. There you are. Oh, I should introduce you to yourself. Hello, Sagittarius. Welcome. Alright, Sag, and as you saw earlier in this video, you got the Happy Tarot deck, which is a cute little deck that is full of happy little people and happy little images, even though some of the cards are going to be not so happy, which I don't hope to see in your reading. I'm not hoping for that, but it's always a possibility, right? So, a few shuffles. Excuse me. And then we'll get into your reading. First card out is going to be who you are right now. What's your status as you come into this relationship? How are you bringing in your energy? What's your mindset? How you're feeling? All that kind of stuff. That'll be your first card coming out here. And if I didn't say, I hope you're doing well, Sagittarius. Stop? No, don't stop. Okay. Oh. No. Oh, Saggy. You got to come out. Oh, no. Okay, there you are. There you are. Second card, Sag, is going to be how you're viewing the other person, how you're viewing the connection that you share with them, the relationship that you have with them. There you are. And there you go. Down onto the ground. Okay. Third card, Sagittarius, is going to be your desired outcome. What you hope for in the relationship with this person. Or what might be some general advice for you in next steps. Okay? One moment, please. Alright, Sag, I had to take care of something very quickly. Right, so their cards are going to mirror yours. So the first card is going to be who they are right now. What's the energy that they're bringing into this connection. How they view themselves, etc. Second card is going to be how they view you in this connection or relationship. What do they believe to be the status of you two together? And third is going to be their desired outcome, what they're hoping for, what they might be wishing for, or what might be next steps in your relationship from their point of view, or general advice, or okay. Lovely. And love reading, there is no bottom of the deck. The overall energy is yours, Sagittarius. Let's go ahead and flip the rest of your cards and see where you are. Ooh, my. Let me double check that. Oh, no. Really? Wow. That's crazy. Okay. So, I was double checking my deck here. And I was making sure that when I was shuffling like this, that the cards were upright, which they were. And some even fell off of the board. But all of your cards, Sagittarius, are in reverse. So take that into consideration. However it resonates with you. So, let's go. Alright, Sag. Who are you? What are you bringing to the table in this relationship? What are you feeling right now about yourself? Knight of Pentacles reversed. I showed it to you upright because I'm sure a lot of people aren't really familiar with this deck if you watch YouTube readings. And reverse, whew, I think you might be stalling. You might be without a plan. You might be a man without a plan, or a woman without a plan, however you view this, whoever you are, excuse me. And I think that, because upright, the Knight of Pentacles would be, I have a plan, I'm going for it, I have something I need to deliver, I have some goal that I'm going towards, and right now you're not doing any of that. You're like stuck in the mud. This guy, he's near what looks like a farm of carrots. So you might be sightseeing. Like if you were actually traveling, or you have plans to travel or something like that, you might be taking your sweet time and kind of, stopping to smell the roses, so to speak. So I think you view yourself as somebody who might be just going about life, but kind of you don't have a direction right now. You don't have a goal right now. And I don't think that you're bothered by it, not just because this is the happy deck and all of these cards are smiling. All of the people on these cards are smiling. I don't think it's just that. I think that right now, Sagittarius, as far as the initial part of April, you might be going about things and not really being a hard ass about it. You might just be out there enjoying life and kind of thinking about your pentacles, thinking about what you value most, what you want to do next, So I think that the question of where's Sagittarius, what's Sagittarius feeling romantically, or how they're approaching romance right now, I think that that question, or the answer to that question, is pending. You don't know, and you can't really describe it to someone else. You can't really say, oh, I'm gonna go here next, or this is what I want out of a partner. This is what I want to provide in a relationship. You're like, I don't know. I'm not sure. Okay? How you're viewing the person that you're connecting with right now is the Four of Wands reversed. Show it to the upright again, because I'm not sure a lot of people are familiar with this deck. So, Four of Wands reversed. Look at it in upright, right? Happy. Look at that. There's music notes at the top there. This is a lovely scene of celebration. There's a picnic about to go down here. Put it in reverse. Not so much. None of that is really going on. So how you're viewing this person, or how you're viewing the connection with them, I think you're viewing it as like, happy times are like a thing of the past, or they're not here right now. It's not present. You don't have such a pleasant connection with this person. Like, I think that potentially you wish you did, or you think you used to, but I think that you're viewing them and the connection as like, close but no cigar kind of thing. Close but no cigar. I want to like you, I want to be with you, but I'm not feeling it right now. There's a lot of I'm not feeling it right now so far that I've seen with your cards. And the interesting thing about it is, and I think I just said it, not right now, is that I think that you at some point did, or at some point might, feel this card in the upright with this person. You might, because again, the Knight of Pentacles, he's like, he's out to lunch, you know? He's not on a mission. He is journeying somewhere. You are progressing somewhere. You just don't know where you're progressing to yet. Once you make that decision, or once you find the road that you're quote unquote supposed to be on, or that you want to be on, I think this perspective that you have of, I don't know, not right now, I can't decide, or you don't have a direction. I think that what we're addressing here in the first two cards, I think that those two energies can be flipped into their upright. Assuming your little Knight of Pentacles finds his way and kind of gets on track. Now, what's your desired outcome? What do you hope for? Or what might be next best steps? Is the Two of Cups, but in reverse. And that's the card in the upright. But here's how it came to you. So, Two of Cups, traditional tarot definition or understanding of that card is sometimes called the soulmate card, of course. And soulmates are not necessarily always romantic, but since this is a love reading, let's go ahead and address it that way. So, this is someone who you can have a deep bond with, who could be a significant partner with you, to you. But you're not seeing it, or it's not like that hasn't hit you yet. Like, this energy is just not hitting you yet. Like, again, it has a potential for all of these to be upright, and again, in some ridiculous twist of fate, this all came reversed. Oh, duh, wait a minute. Okay. I should put like a disclaimer on all these videos I'm going to make. Right now I'm doing this reading during the Mercury retrograde. And when you see it and the time period that this is falling, first half of April, retrograde. Not to say that means all cards are going to come reversed in your tarot readings, but take it with a grain of salt that this period right now is the Mercury retrograde. Okay? And it's happening in your sister sign of Aries. So there's going to be a lot of dynamic, like, heavy-hitting energy that just seems flipped on its head. Like, what normally is up is now down. What normally is down is now up. So that might explain this crazy freaking coincidence. And again, not again, but I don't believe everything is coincidental. Most things are probably not. And that's why I think I'm getting this feeling of, it could all have come in, at least on your side so far, could have come in the upright. And I think it has the potential for all to be turned upright. It's just like something about your energy, your anchoring energy, because we're talking about you, Sagittarius, is like, no, not right now. So maybe you following tarot, maybe you dabble in astrology, maybe you're like, oh no, honey, it's the Mercury retrograde and I'm not making any practical decisions. We're not going to have any lovely picnics in the park, and you might be my soulmate, but I'm going to wait and decide on that later. So you might have conscious decision to kind of put this whole situation on ice. Excuse me. You might literally have it in your mind to wait until mid to late April before you get into anything serious with someone, or you move to the next step, or you even, since this is about making a connection with a person, and I think it would be an agreed upon connection, or a connection that everybody is aware of, I think that you might have that discretion to be like, we can't do that. We can't say we're in love with each other until Mercury retrograde is over. For some of you, that might be true. For most of you, I'm sure you don't live and die by Mercury retrograde. And when retrogrades happen, you don't put your life completely on ice. You just take everything with a grain of salt. So that's what I feel. Is like, even though this is all reversed, I don't feel that you're like not interested in this person, not interested in this connection. I think you're just like putting the brakes on it, putting it on ice. Who this person is, who is coming into your life, what they're bringing to you is the Sun card in reverse. Again, upright. Look how cute. It's a happy deck. Ooh, look how cute. But in reverse, maybe they're a Sagittarius too. Maybe this is a Sag to Sag connection for some of you. Anyway, Major Arcana, the Sun in reverse. Sun, Major Arcana card would represent Leo, so maybe you're connecting with a Leo. And even though I just did the reading, I can't even really recall what I said to them. So go back like 10, 15 minutes and see what I said to them. Anyway, they're happy. Yeah, they're feeling good. They're feeling good. They are perhaps not too happy, but they might be unexpectedly happy. I think they feel fulfilled. I think they feel, with spring in the northern hemisphere coming upon us, the change in weather might make them more interested in going outdoors and getting sunshine into their life. But if you are in certain parts of northern hemisphere, the weather isn't completely clear towards the end of March going into the first half of April. So, maybe that's why this is in reverse. Like, I can't wait to go out and start jogging. I can't wait to go outside and have my lunch outside of my favorite cafe. But, April, there's that chance of, crappy weather. So this person, I think, has the intention to be happy, to be joyful, to they want a spring in their step. And in the relationship with you, I think they enjoy being around you. You might be the sunshine of their life kind of feeling, but it's not dampened. It's not even delayed, or I think it's just slightly less. Like it's toned down a little bit. Okay? How they view you is the Judgment card. But of course in reverse, but there it is in the upright, so you get to see it. All the little animated butts. I don't know why I pointed out animated butts, but that's what I did, so there you go. But it's in reverse. So I think they're very well aware that you are on ice, that you are on a break, that you are not there, or you're coming out of something, but just not yet. Because what's Judgment when it's upright? It's an angel blowing its bugle, blowing its horn, and waking up the dead. But not right now. So they view you, or the relationship with you, as being, I hate to keep saying it, but on ice. On ice. Like, we're gonna rise from our graves with our cute little animated butts, our little illustrated butts. But just not right now. And they realize that either this is your intention to have some kind of rebirth, or this is where the relationship is right now. You're in need of a rebirth, but it's not happening, right? Not right now. My God. Everything is delayed here. Everything is sort of on hold here. Pending. It's like in the old days of the internet, where you had like dial-up internet and you had to sit while you watch, wanted something to load, and you watched that little hourglass turn and turn and turn and turn, or you watched a progression bar like load up 20%, 22%, 23%, and then it jumps to 27%, but it stays there for 5 minutes. You're like, oh my God, it's been on 27% for 5 minutes. Then it moves again, 29%, I think that's what's going on in your general reading, in the overall of this reading for you, Sagittarius. Now, what is your partner or the person you're connecting with, what are they hoping for as the next step in your relationship? They want the Nine of Cups, but they want it in reverse. But I'm not... Why did I just talk like that? I'm sorry. But it's in reverse. But I still think they want it like as if it was upright. But it can't be upright right now. Your reading is kind of tripping me out a little bit, Sagittarius. And that's okay. Because you like quirky, kind of pseudo-weird things sometimes. And I think like this is kind of a pseudo-weird reading that... Because didn't most of these come face down, and then I turned them over, and we saw that they were just reverse. And I'm feeling it now on their side, too, that most of these cards, all of their cards, basically could have come upright, or they have the potential to move upright. It's on pause. So even though this is reversed, and this is the wish card, and this kid... is like, oh, look at all my tasty treats in my cups. I'm going to eat them all. I'm going to eat all these tasty treats. No, you're not. You can't eat it all right now. Why not? Why can't I have it right now? You'll get a stomachache if you indulge in all of that sweet treat stuff. Don't do it. Not yet. So, I think they see your potential with them, or the potential with you. Excuse me. Not you with them. Their potential with you. It has the ability to be delightful. To be like indulgent. Like, look at, like, who needs this many sweet treats? Who needs this many desserts? Nobody. But this little kid is going to eat it all. Even if he sampled a little bit from each, that's still so much. So being with you might be indulgent. Might be a little like, being like opulent, grand. But you can't access that energy right now. I think they want to. I think they know that they're being denied, or that they will be denied, or that they can't have it, but they still want it. So there might be some forbidden fruit kind of aspect going on here. You're forbidden fruit because you're like this... you're like this lone ranger, lone wolf kind of person where you're off gallivanting across the country. You're traveling. You're trying to figure your stuff out, and you're kind of being like a sort of aloof and removed, like James Dean, bad boy, bad girl type. And this person is just like all over you. I feel that this person has a real strong interest in you, because the sun is very strong, judgment is very strong, 2 major arcanas on their side. But you both know that for now, it's not happening. For whatever reason, whether it's the retrograde or not, you know it's not happening right now. And that, I think Was that you or was that Pisces? I feel like somebody in the general readings, you or Pisces or someone else, was it Sagittarius? What was your message in the general reading? I can't remember clearly. I apologize. But there is definitely a not right now. We'll come back to this kind of thing. So maybe in the second half of April, we'll see if these cards or any cards come upright for you, Sagittarius. It's a good connection. I just feel like it might just be a little like still in the making. Might be in like the juvenile stage right now. Like it might be in the infantile stage right now. Okay? So that's going to be your love message for the first half of April, Sagittarius. I thank you so much for viewing this video and being patient. You are the last fire sign, but that doesn't have any indication with my opinion about you. It's just how the zodiac wheel goes. Please like the video. Please comment on it or share it. And I will see you again in the second half of April in a few weeks. Thanks for watching. Bye.